What day is it? Wednesday? Wednesday. Wednesday, alright. Happy Wednesday. We are here working on Rikadon. We're colouring it. We're colouring, and I'm just jumping in. Last night we mucked about with flagstones. We did an experiment with a farm over there, you can see. And I think tonight, we did a lot of trees. We cut a lot of trees. But tonight, I feel like I want to... Let's warm ourselves up. Let's warm ourselves up, right? We're already on the wrong layer. You should have said something. Hold on. Where's my stone? Water, land, rock. Let's put it here. No, let's put it here. Alright. I think... I just want to... I want to get the old muscles warmed up, you know? Yeah, that's how I'm at. Ugh. I just want to get... a little bit of detailing on these. Now, we're going to add a lot of shadow here. But the thing that I'm trying to actually capture with the rock sections is that very light rock in the Mediterranean, you know? So aside from shadows and highlights and things like that we're going to do, I just generally want to get a little bit of white almost in here, you know? Now, stream's just started. Let's do the good news. We got Gaxmore, folks. We got Gaxmore. Luke Gygax is running a Kickstarter. Is running a Kickstarter. There's about 24 hours left. Go over there. Kickstarter.com. Look for Gaxmore, okay? And I was at $80,000 stretch goal. Yay! And we got it. We got it. So I'm going to be drawing the city of Gaxmore, and it is going to be incredible. We're going to be doing it here on stream, okay? In Q4 of this year. We are going to rock this thing. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's going to be like Teagle all over again, but like the city. I'm probably not doing like a week of Gaxmore, right? But it'll be fun, either way. So that's the good news. We landed the Gaxmore project. And I was hoping we would, because I was getting pumped. I was getting really pumped. We're not going to do too much of this. I just want to get a little bit of this in here, you know? And there was a little bit of stone we actually missed the last time. So we'll do that too tonight, right now. And then what we're going to do, once we're all warmed up and we're feeling it, is we're actually going to do farms. Shit's about to get real because we are moving our way over to one of the largest rocky areas. like I could probably up my brush size a little bit, but I kind of want to slide that road colour towards a lighter, drier colour too. But I think we can do that anytime. It doesn't have to be right now. Now these hills are really going to come alive when we jump in and start adding the texturing and the shadows. But right now, so basically, you know, my colouring style is one of applying multiple layers. And I sometimes, you know, hit 7, 9 layers. 5, I think, would be fairly typical. So if you think about it, this is just layer 2 on the rock here. It's because I want it to have that bleached stone look from that Mediterranean sun. And we're gonna then... Sorry, I feel like I've got an itchy eyeball or something. What we're gonna do is get this little sort of dots of green on here to, you know, scrub and stuff. So I keep looking at the chat bot, because sometimes recently the chat bot says that it's connected, but it's actually not showing anything. I think it's definitely got some kind of weirdness to it, but I don't want to disconnect and come back in. So we're just gonna roll and shit will sort itself out. And if I sit here in complete silence with no one chatting to me, that's okay too. Because I'm going to chat to you as you watch this. I think this is beginning to shape up. You know, because we actually coloured the stone on top of our base ground, it's kind of given us 3 levels of depth already. Now we are going to come in and shadow these cliff edges, don't worry. If you're sitting there going, everything seems to be a uniform colour, don't worry, we're going to fix that. We are going to fix that. Yeah, okay, I think this can work. I think this can work. We'll make it work. Hey! Miss J Maps! It does indeed show up, thank you. Good to see you here. I hate messing with my face on stream, and yet my eyeball is going itch, Itch. It's still itching. Itching. Good to see you, Miss J. Right, so objective. Rocks. Painting a missing rock from a couple of streams ago. At least, like, phase 1 of the rocks, right? Phase 2. Phase 2? 2. Let's do phase 2 of the rocks. And then we're going to move into farms. And we're going to have some fun with farms. It's as close to gardening as you're going to get me going, okay? But I do like colouring a good farm. So the whole thing about my chatbot over there, Miss J, is... basically, you know, when I fire up the chatbot, it shows that I'm connected. It shows that, let's say, if Jack is connected, it shows it, and then it shows, like, who's at least watching and stuff. I'm getting none of that. It is completely empty from that perspective. And I'm pretty sure that that's wrong, because even my moderator bot should show up in there, and it's not, nothing. It's just empty. And that's the second time it's done that in the last week. I think that's kind of a flaw. I'm not that impressed by the software, I've got to be honest with you. But everyone tends to use it, so it's like, who am I to question it? Maybe I've done something wrong. Maybe it's my computer. I'm colouring that on the wrong side. Let's just take that back a little bit. Hold on, I'm going to do this instead. Box office, I see you too, although your name is oddly indented and I don't see any like icons next to you or anything like that, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, I think it's some kind of display issue. Miss J Map says, I finally caught up with your backlog from your stream. Miss J, that is no mean feat. There is no mean feat. And Mr. Valor 2017 comes in. Hello, Mr. Valor. How are you? Mr. Valor comes in with a roar. Roar. Miss J literally watched all of my videos. So I don't know how many videos I've uploaded, like to Facebook and YouTube, but it's not a small amount, and each one probably averages, what, about 2 hours? Miss J, fast traveling through them or not, fast forwarding through them, that's pretty dedicated. Demille raided me. Oh, did you now? Hi, I wondered when. So, okay. Excerpt for Tom. Welcome. Thank you for the raid, Demille. Feel like, you know what then? Hold on a sec. If you're raiding me, let's do this quick, a quick introduction to what we're working on here. We're going to do Anchor's Home. We're going to open that little puppy up. Let me show you the projects that are on my plate right now. It'll give you a sense of things. And I'll turn off partial colouring. So hold on a sec. And I think we need to open... How about Keystone Reforged? That's a good one too. Let's see if that path is still good. Alright. So ladies and gentlefolk, what we do here in the Elizabeth Aiden channel is mostly city maps. I'm going to come back to this one. In fact, let me show you a black and white version too. Alright, so let's start at the beginning. I draw city maps. This is a work in progress right here. This is for Zagora Games. I tend to draw pretty darn detailed. Tents, tent ropes, little crates, little carts. And just keep doing that until we have a city. So what I'm also doing for Zagora Games is this one. And I'm actually going to turn off all of these layers just for a moment. Let's get rid of it. There we go. So this, apart from forget the blue. Pretend you don't see the blue. This is the same principle. So we're drawing a city, or we've drawn a city. I do it all black and white first. A little bit like Demille when she does her black and white work. I get pretty down into the weeds on some of this stuff. Little gardens. Little tiled roofs. And we do that. So we got a map. And then we start colouring it. Now this is early stages for my colouring tonight. So let me show you one that's getting a little bit closer. This one. So this is a personal project called Keystone Reforged. And so my colouring ended up looking more like this. And you'll see we've got shadows, we've got multiple sort of textures in play. We're going to add some little lighting to this one too. We're going to get little torches in the cliff areas and stuff. I can't wait to return to this map. And this map is 4 or 5 tiers in height. It's a multi-tiered city. This is tier 1. This is what we're working on right here. Damil, thank you for bringing your friends over, seriously. So Dungeon Masters Forge, Mr. Balor. Honestly, I mean, and anyone I've missed, I am honoured to show you my work. I love doing this. I love doing this. This isn't a personal project. I'm doing this for kicks and for my patrons on Patreon. And I love doing it. I love seeing how it starts off looking pretty shit. So hold on, I'm going to go back to this one here. And I'm going to turn the colours back on. Let's go in. Alright. It starts off looking kind of, alright, whatever. But the more you layer those colours on, it just starts to come alive. And by about the 4th or 5th layer of colouring and texturing, it's like, this is looking good. And I love creating places that look like someone can live there. That's what I love doing. So we create all of these little stories, even with the placements of bridges and the types of buildings next to bridges, or, well, hell, little tiny boats. And like I've drawn planks on these fucking boats, and I've done like little sort of stairs and stuff. And we've got our lumberyard here, which is driven by a tidal windmill, a tidal mill, something that, yes. So I don't know. I just have fun with this stuff. I just have fun with it so much. So how excerpt for Tom says, how long did they take? They do take a while. Now it varies on the amount of detail that I put into them. Okay, like this piece here is about 20 hours. Well, probably about 24 because I've started the colouring. By the time we're done, it's probably going to be about 40. So not a huge amount, but spread that out over the weeks because I'm not going to sit down in one go and do it. It's not too bad, but something like this one, this is going to be hundreds of hours because of the multi-tiers on it. And there's another one that I did for an artist called Jeff D, and the Tecumel world is the city of Catalal. It took me. It took way over 100 hours, way over. So it varies on how much energy, how much love I'm pouring into them. We're about to do one for Luke Gygax. He actually had me at the $80,000 like stretch goal tier, and he hit that today. And I'm going to stream that in the last quarter of this year. We're going to start on that after these maps. And I plan on putting some serious love into that one. Oh, yes. God damn it, Zach. Dungeon Master's Forge, you are so kind. Thank you so much. I just have fun with it, you know? I just have fun with it. And I'm having more fun because I do it on Twitch nowadays. Because I'm going to sit here in the evening anyway. Like, just noodling maps, right? Sit here in the evening hanging out with cool peeps on Twitch. It's honestly awesome. It's like we're just a whole bunch of friends hanging out and I get to do this shit at the same time. It's awesome. Oh, and I drink mimosas. That's my shtick. Demille, you are far, far, far too kind. Seriously, you're too kind. I have that imposter syndrome thing where I'm like just waiting for someone to figure out that I'm a fake. That's me. Where was my missing hill? I thought we had a missing hill. I don't know where it is. But anyway, that's what I do, folks. That's what I do. And I love drawing little gardens like that. It's as close to a garden as you're going to get me. And I like drawing military barracks. And I like creating little lives. Like little logging camps with fallen trees. And these trees, by the way, like these aren't coloured yet. I typically do a base colour, highlight, shadows, and then the shadow of the tree. And they just pop when it's complete. And the whole thing takes forever. So tonight what I'm doing is I'm trying to basically, this is a Mediterranean city. So I'm wanting everything to be kind of like the sand, you know, that white stone that they have in the Med. Like pretty heavily sort of sun bleached or something. So I'm kind of adding a element of white on here right now. Demille, you and the rage, you are adorbs, you really are. And just before you got into here, I was explaining that basically my colouring style is layering. I layer colours and textures on top of each other. I think Demille, you probably do something similar. And I do about 5 layers. Sometimes 7, sometimes more. Until everything starts to sort of kick in. Now here we're kind of on layer 2. Including the ground behind, it kind of is like layer 3. We've got to add some like shadows and various greens, etc. in this too. And at that point, hopefully the rock is going to look pretty good. This whole map is a little bit of an experiment now. And I love experimenting on Twitch. Not in a this is kind of way. Like I just love like trying new techniques. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We get to hang out together. We get to sort of try new things. Everyone makes suggestions. And what I love about Twitch is like people hanging out. Like make suggestions about what they think should be in there. Like I was getting suggestions about the halfling areas of this map. And so I get to add your suggestion to the map. That puts you into the map. That puts your ideas into this. So get something like, you know, the Luke Gygax map. Gaxmore that we're going to be working on later. Or later this year. That means that your ideas get to be immortalized. I love that. It's like that map imprint. I told her to put that bird cage there. That's me. That wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Twitch. And you can see this is just lightening up the stone here. This is just getting that sun-kissed stone into our mix. Papa Fox Tacos. Papa, it's good to see you here again, my friend. Gonna have fun tonight here, Pops. I'm just getting the rest of this stone. In fact, Papa, I think it was you last night that said, don't forget that bit of stone that you missed. I can't find it, Pops. I can't find it. I'm gonna need your help. I just quickly scooted across a map and I'm like, I can't find that little bit of stone that I missed. But I'm pretty sure that it was mentioned last night. Yeah, there you go. Got that nice light feel. I think that will work. I think that will work. Wasn't you, her Pops? I'm terrible, man. Someone mentioned it. I know someone mentioned it. And you're so useful, and you're always so chatty. I was like, it must have been Pops. No, apparently it wasn't. I don't know who it was. Well, it's a missing rock pile that Faden can't find. So I guess that means, by definition, it's still missing. Very chatty. My thumbs can bench a Volkswagen. What do you do? Just type with your thumbs or something? That's a little bit like my chicken pecking I do. I'm damn quick at it now. Yeah, and if it hasn't dawned on you, man, the meal raided me tonight. All up in my grill. She is a cool peeps. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be good. Mr. Valor says, all of the regular Twitter peoples. I was going to stop map making for the evening, but I guess if everyone else is, I might as well too. Mr. Valor, let me hit you up with a... do you Twitch stream, Mr. Valor? Because if you do, I'm going to hit you up with a follow. Oh, maybe I can't hit you up with a follow here. Oh, it's going to want to ban you. Oh, I'm not... No, I don't want to ban you. I'm going to... Quit out. Quit. I will hit you up with a follow later. Because I've got my Streamlabs going right now, but it doesn't allow features like that. Mr. Valor 2017, for anyone listening to the chat later, go hit him up with a follow. Follows cost nothing. and Domille, Domille. Hit her up with a follow. If you don't, I'm going to be very angry at you. There aren't enough cartographers on Twitch, and we are fighting this battle, and we are creating a little cartographers guild, aren't we, folks? Bringing modern technologies to the mapping world. Alright, and we are going to be adding shadows to these rocks here. Like these bits coming down. But right now it's not about shadows and highlights. It's just about getting colour on the plate. Colour on the plate? What type of mapping is this? I don't know. Apparently there's a plate and I'm throwing colour on it. Alright, I missed a hill. I know I missed a hill. I missed a freaking hill. Like, a few days ago, I missed one. I'm pretty damn sure I did. Mr. Valor, thank you. Or are you talking about Domille? You might have been talking about Domille. Probably talking about Domille. Because Domille has a cat cam. And that's like plus 10 points. I think we all recognise. Domille, yes, we need a little cartographers guild for the Twitter cartographers. We do. We're going to rock it. And someone mentioned lunchtime, so do lunch? My lunchtime's coming up later. But not lunch, so dinner. You know, ever since England, and then moving to America, I've got confused about what dinner is. Because in England, dinner was in the middle of the day, but I think you call that lunch. And then we had, I don't know, something else. There's dinner, lunch, supper. I get confused. But food's good. Mr. Valor says, one of my cats kept hogging the spotlight because it was streaming right before dinner time. That's what cats do, and cats deserve it. I've got a cat right now, my most adorable baby, right here. But unlike Domille, I don't have a cat cam yet. I'm going to, and there's going to be a button on my stream deck where I go click cat cam, and she's going to appear. She's going to be my baby. You're going to get to see how adorable she is. Did you get on Twitter, Alyssa Faden? Yes and no. And I mean that by years ago I was on Twitter, the cartography of Alyssa Faden. Don't know what to do with it. Hate it. Stopped using it. I'm probably going to make another account now. I do need to get on Twitter. I do. And I need to figure out how to use it. Because you young kids and all of this 125 characters and this constant stream of it's like shit I hate. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, I can't deal with Twitter. But I need to be on Twitter. I will get on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter right now. There's an account out there that's mine. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to start again. Tea. That was the other one. Tea. My mom would always say, tea's ready. That was the one. And then when I came here to America, there's no such thing as tea. It was like... And it wasn't supper either, right? It was something else. Dinner. So that blew my brain. I remember my family might have been like a little bit weird. Pippin did indeed have the right idea. Papa says, well, you have a few of us advertising for you on Twitter when you go live on Twitch. That you all rock. You all do. You really do. My plan... Look, I haven't mapped, I haven't touched a bloody paper in a while. My plan for this channel, me personally, is I'm actually going to take a little bit of the Dr. Disrespect into this channel. I love Dr. Disrespect. He is a entertainer. And I plan on doing that. I plan on having green screen, cutscenes of me and fucking Romans, or me and Cthulhu, or whatever it is. And it'll have nothing to do with the map. I'm going to have opening credits, I'm going to have closing credits, and it's going to be a performance. And in there somewhere, we're going to do some mapping. That's what I intend to do. But right now, Sherlock Holmes magnifying glass. I need to find... There was one hill. There was a hill that I didn't colour. I don't think it was this one. I don't think it was this one. No, they're just like little blips on the ground. I missed a whole hill. You know, as you do when you're cartographing. I guess you're walking by with your clipboard, measuring out distances or something, and you miss a hill. It can happen to anyone. But I am not seeing this freaking missing hill. I think someone was yanking my chain. Don't forget your missing hill. I wonder if it was this one. Maybe. Alright, I'm done messing around with hills. We're going to do some farms. We're going to have some fun with farms. Fun with farms. All of the F's. Papa says, Americans are obsessed with coffee and beer. Don't you knock beer. Beer is good. I'm obsessed with beer too. Not as much as I'm obsessed with mimosas, or wine, or whiskey, but beer's a good fourth place. I'm the drinking cartographer out of all of us. I'm the lush, and I'm proud of it. I work hard at it. Actually, Roman armor is going to happen. I own Roman armor, and there will be... in fact, there's a helmet right behind me, and there's another helmet over there. And I own multiple gladiuses. And in fact, I'm going to Gamehole Con in Roman armor. Thank you for the follow excerpt for Tom. But I'm going to Gamehole Con in full Lorica segmentata. The whole kit caboodle. It's going to be awesome. Ed Happy Dude. Ed for her. Ed for Happy Dude. Can I drop the for? Ed Happy Dude. Happy Dude. That works. Thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated. But yeah. Gamehole Con. Armor. Gladius. Pugio. No shield, because how are you running games with a shield? That's just ridiculous. Can't roll dice and have a fucking, shield there. But that's good. And most cons I go to in the central and south part, like Texas, North Texas Con, and all of those, Gary Con, armor. I just want an excuse to wear armor, because they won't let me in a day job, right? What are we doing? We're drawing maps. Come on, get back into it, Faden. So, Dungeon Master's Forge, whiskey. My shtick is Friday night, whiskey and paint. I paint miniatures. I have to concentrate really on my maps, because I do a lot of maps for people, but I love painting miniatures. I'm pretty good at pushing the brush around. So, Friday night, I sit down with a glass of whiskey, or 2 or 3, and I paint. And I'm going to stream that one day. Once I got a camera set up, because and I figured out what it's going to be. It's like a camera that comes in from above. We're going to... good times. Good times ahead. That's happening soon. Papa Fox. I won't knock it. I don't drink. I will be honest, Papa Fox. I wish I actually didn't drink. I would probably be 10 pounds lighter if I didn't drink. I admit. It is a weakness of mine. Except for Tom knows exactly who just approved. Build a dice tower into your shield. Can you imagine? Bloop. 1. God damn it! Biff. I like the idea. I like it. That would actually be really cool. Ugh. Everyone would be sitting there 5 minutes waiting for the dice to come down the shield. That would be awesome, actually. That would be really awesome. That would be so nerdy. I have to try and conspire that at some point. That is such a great idea. I have to do that. Dungeon Masters Forge. Haven't tried mini painting yet. Wanting to, but I live in a tiny apartment with no room. It takes up room, man. It takes up room. I mean, I've got like this little sort of fake green screen shit going on right now, but like right behind me, I've got all sorts of stuff going on. You know, and like paints and terrain stuff, and downstairs more terrain stuff. Yeah, it takes up a lot of room. It does. It absolutely does. Didn't she say that she was done with rocks? I think she's trying to impersonate Jim Gaffigan. Can't wait to see you try to paint eyes after 3 glasses of whiskey. Actually, Popper, no, okay, there's a limit, of course. But my painting does not get adversely affected by having a little snifter or two. It's like, it takes longer than that, it takes more than that. But if anything, my paintings stays pretty good. I'm not saying it gets better, but it stays pretty good. I don't know what it is. And the whole whiskey and paint thing was kind of a little bit of an accident in a way. Because like what I was trying to do was almost mock like my Friday night, right? So here I am, Friday night, people, young kids are out like discoing and stuff. And I'm at home with a glass of whiskey and my paint's all set up and I've got my light and I've got my miniatures and I'm happy, man. I'm happy. So I posted this thing on Facebook where, you know, in the Faden Cole household, whiskey and paint on a Friday night. And everyone just latched onto whiskey and paint to the point where, like, my post went viral. You know, it was nothing to do with, like, the miniature I was painting. It just went viral. So it became a thing. So I was like, Friday night, whiskey and paint. Well, I have a logo now. I have a logo for whiskey and paint. It is its own little thing now. And the first 54mm miniature that I painted was like a Lagatha Viking. And I did it for Tim Cask. And I painted on the bottom, whiskey and paint #1. He was so happy. He was so happy. So it's kind of a shtick now. And I've got a whiskey and paint #2 and I've got a whiskey and paint #3. I haven't given them to anyone yet. And I'm working on whiskey and paint 4 and 5 right now. Brian's here. Hello, Brian. Brian, things are hopping tonight. I have literally done nothing on the map tonight. We're just sitting around just bullshitting. It's awesome. And Papa Fox knows that you're Mr. Skee-Ball. Skee-Ball Jenkins. There you go. There's your new entry. Now we're done with Teagle. There's your new entry. Oh, and Brian. We scored Gaxmore. We're doing the Gaxmore map for Luke Gygax. So the last part of this year is going to be working on that. You're going to get a Skee-Ball something on Gaxmore. It's going to be awesome. What are we doing? We're meant to be drawing farms and colouring farms. Alright, let's do some farms. So, the reason why I've got this bad boy... Oh, by the way, that's the colour of the water that we're going to do. That's my kind of visual inspiration for the water of the Med. I want to try and capture that, including like that green under the blue. I'm going to try hard. I don't know if I can do it, but we're going to try hard for that. So, I've got these visual references. Look how beautiful this green is. Do we dare doing a solid carpet of green somewhere? Do we dare? I want to say we do. So I'm kind of using these as little swatches. Wow, that's a dark green, man. Let's not go that dark. Let's do that. Ski ball jinkings. That is a thing. And thanks, Papa. I appreciate that. I do. I'm kind of pumped. I think they're gonna like get past the 80,000 mark. But I was a little bit, you know, concerned at one point that they weren't going to. I was the 80,000 point. And they got it today. And I think they've got about 24 hours to go. So I'm curious to see how far they can push this thing. And to redraw, you know, something like Gaxmore for the guy Gaxes, I mean, come on. That's great on a resume. What an honor that is. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some ground of a medium green, light green, dark green. And then we're going to do some rows of crops in a very light green, almost yellow. Let's come up a notch. Reminds me of DeMille's Cobalt Cove map. That watercolor. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm really curious if we can pull it off, guys and girls. I'm really curious. Because if we can, I think it will be beautiful. It'll be my best water ever, you know? Because normally what I do with water is I get like a water texture and then I like put like blue and some highlights and some shading and coloring. But I kind of put like either a transparency or I put a blend layer style on that. And it bleeds through the water texture, but you've got my coloring on the top. And it looks good. I want to take that up a notch this time. I want to take that up a notch. I feel like I might have made that... Whoops. You know what? Let's close these because they're only going to interfere. I'm gonna do a little bit darker. I'm gonna throw a bit of darker over the top of this. Papa says, just remember to layer the depths of water. Exactly. I think that's the key, my friend. I think that's the key. It's gonna be layering, right? Because we need to. We're gonna probably maybe even like start with like all of the seaweed and stuff under the water and the rocks and things like that. Then maybe we'll layer right over the top. Alright, now there was a really dark green underneath. So let's see if we can get away with this. Alright. Now we're gonna go super light. You know what? Maybe towards the yellow. Let's hit it with some yellow. Yellow? Yellow? No, not yellow. Towards the green. Yeah, alright. Screw it. Let's do that one. It wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but screw it. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Hold on. Let's come back up here to the colour farm. There you go. That's what I was doing wrong. And then we'll zoom out, see what it looks like. See whether we're happy with it or not. I don't want to do too much green with the farms because it will start to feel European. But something like that, I think, works. Alright, so what else we got in here? See this ground? And this almost rust colour brown here. And this. We're going to do that here. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Okay, we'll do that. We'll lighten it up. We'll do super dark. We're going to go towards that rust. Miss J says, bit of irrigation. Does it need a well to go with it? Hmm. You know, you raise a good point, young lady. Why am I... No, don't do that. Hold on. Okay, I need to come back down here. You raise a good point. You raise a good point. You know, I was looking at Mediterranean fields, and I didn't see any irrigation, but they've got to have something, right? Of course they've got to have something. Makes sense, otherwise everything dies. And now picture me in the Mediterranean looking at my farm and it's all dead. And Miss J's standing next to me and go, did you irrigate? Huh? You fucking idiot. Well, I think we need to add some irrigation. We'll add some irrigation. I don't think that they had trenches and shit that are going around the outsides, but we definitely need to add some irrigation, don't we? We do. Alright, Dungeon Master's Forge, get out of here. You're awesome. Hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you for visiting my humble channel. Miss G, you are right. You are right as always. This is like the second time you've just delivered the knowledge. Yeah, we've got to do something. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? Do we do little irrigation ditches? Do we just leave it to a well? There are wells around here. Like, there's one. But, yeah, we've got to do something, don't we? We need to make it clear that there's irrigation. Like, they wouldn't have a well inside the middle of the field, though, would they? I mean, how did they do that shit back then? I mean, okay, you know, I'm picturing, like, Assassin's Creed Odyssey in my head, and they had irrigation systems. Do we try to draw an irrigation system? I like the idea quite a bit. I really do. You know what, screw it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come over this with green little bushes. Yeah, alright. Okay. No, but I like the idea of at least, let's at least make sure that we've got a good water source with every farm. Let's do that. Adds plausibility. Do we treat these as trees? No, we're going to make them farm. Trees? Trees. Let's do trees. And the reason for that is I might... There's a lot of trees on this map, okay, guys? And I might actually... Normally I would hand draw the shadow underneath each tree. But there's a lot of separate trees on this map. And I think we might try doing the Photoshop drop shadow on the tree layer. I think we might be able to pull it off. That's a lovely green. That is a lovely green. I'm actually going to finish these trees here. We're going to complete this field, okay? This orchard. And then we're going to move on to the next one. We're just going to keep doing it. It's going to look like a little quilt. Papa says, the greener the farm, the more water should be available. Did Greek farms have aquifers? I don't know, man. I don't know. My source of reference on this shit is literally Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And they had great irrigation systems. Great in the game. I'm assuming there's some historical precedence for it. I don't know. So is it a green or is it a brown? It's almost like a brown. I'm gonna bump it into the green realm. This is a brown, isn't it? Right. You see my approach to trees though. Base colour, shadow on one side. Now we're gonna do a highlight. And they're gonna look so squee-worthy. Hello, baby boy. All right. Let's get this into the green area. There we go. There we go. There we go. This, boys and girls, is why this map is going to take a while to colour. Because everything I colour, like, gets at least 2 or 3 passes. But it looks cute. It looks cute as a button. Did I miss him? No. That looks nice. Papa, what is that? Is that a cow? Is that a flying cow? I don't know what it is. We're definitely gonna need some water. The bug's been put in there now, I can't shake it. Look how dry that one looks. This is like a yellow. How do you draw such gorgeous maps if you think it's a cow? It's really small in the chat, in my defense. And it looks like a cat. But is it a cat farting? What's coming out of its arse? That's what I thought was a cow. Mr. Valor says that farm is popping. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. We're experimenting. We're experimenting because we're doing colours I don't normally do. And we're just going to see how it goes, right? We're just going to see if it works or not. Let's stick with this side. I was probably a little bit heavy-handed with all of that. Hold on. Let's try this again. Because I want to actually have ground bleed through. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Cheers, everyone. It is a cat farting. Looks like cats are bigger than cows. So is it a cow? You guys are killing me. You're killing me. I'm sitting here studying a cat fart. What have you got me doing? I want to... When we're done with this set of farms right here, I just want to try doing a drop shadow on the trees. That tree layer. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see if we can pull it off. Alright, we're gonna go pretty light with this. Hold on. Let's bring it towards the yellow. Get that dry ground feel, right? I don't know if we're gonna pull this off, boys and girls. I really don't. But I am willing to try it. I am willing to try it. Alright, now those little patches of like almost that rust brown, that's what we're gonna do last underneath. Let's just do one more pass. Let's do one more pass of dry grass here. And then we'll do some crops on the top of it, right? And because there's no water, all the crops are dead. And that answers the question that Papa brought up. Miss J said, using photos for colour reference is something I will definitely try out. At the very least, girl, it gives you inspiration. Look at the colours on this map. These browns, these splotches of greens, these rust browns, the grey rock. I mean, and then, you know, go over to something like this, where you just start to see clay soil. Or this, where it's way more, the grey, very light grey white. Look at the colours in the background. They're almost muddy, you know, in colour. So, that's why I like looking at this. It refocuses my brain on, it keeps pulling me back to where we should be, you know. So I always do colour references, always. Like, we're gonna now try to capture like this rust brown in here. Oh, actually, Brian. I don't know what would be involved, but you know how you can add I think you can add custom emojis, right, to certain channels. I don't know if the channel needs to have a certain following or something. I'm wondering if we could add a ski ball emoji. I think that's worth looking into. We need to look into that. Alright, because I don't want these to be too similar to each other, I'm actually going to make this one darker. Alright, Brian has perfected the cat farting emoji, everyone. I think he wins. Things I didn't think I was going to be saying tonight. Cat fart was definitely high on that list. We're going to do 2 different crops here. I don't think that's one of them. Could be. Yeah, could be. Let's do this as one crop. It's more the shape that I want, and I don't want to individually draw these things. Oh, I did it again. Let's back up on my farm layer. It might be too spindly, but it's okay. We're going to let it roll. We're mega zoomed in right now. It's not about individual bushes. It's about how it looks from a distance. I'm still not sure about this, but we've got a lot of farms to go. So having 2 farms where I'm like, they're my practice farms. Alright, then I'm going to ask Cave Geek. We're going to do it. And I could do a Google search too. And then we're going to do a ski ball, my friend. It'll be the first custom emoji on this channel. Boom. You know what the other one is? Guns. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, this one's going to be a 2-passer. I kind of like that one. This is a stupid level of detail for what we're doing. We don't need to do this. I just want to. Maybe we should be doing something here. No. That's fine. We got our textures. Mr. Bala says, but really, I do spend a lot of time hiking, looking at things like rocks, trees, the shape of the land, etc. The natural world is pretty awesome. Yeah, it is. You're 100% right. And trying to capture that is what I'm doing here. And it's difficult. It is difficult. Because nature is a wonderful bloody thing. And sometimes I don't know how nature does it. Like, look at those brilliant highlights of greens right there. It's gorgeous. Yeah, these are like our temple areas. I want to use these for rock reference, so we'll come back to those. See, this has got that like orange brown, you know, that is what's going on here, but I don't want the whole map to be like that, you know? So I'm looking to see if there's... Maybe we artificially do some lighter colours on the ground. I see that as like a clay almost, you know? Okay. So the biggest thing to know is how rivers work. You don't want to upset river police. Have I ever been to Carlsbad Caverns? No. No. But I've studied them closely. And oh my god, I love cavern adventures. Because most people do like make them too simple. Carlsbad are a great example of how interesting caverns can be. And then, yes, river Nazis. Do you know how rivers work? Yeah, it was Devon Rue, actually, that recently made a post because, like, people were talking about bloody river flow, but they were trying to say, like, it goes from north to south only. Like, some people have some misconceptions about river flow too, and it's a pretty basic concept, you know? But what I love is when you actually have a good, valid reason to break those rules. People's brains just fall out their heads. Like, I did a map recently that had canals, like canals over Mars type of shit, and people just wanted to make them rivers. They wanted to make them rivers so bad. It's like, no, dude, they're canals. And they couldn't like get their heads around that at all. It's Marion. Oh, I thought you meant literal Nazis on a river. The fourth largest river in my state flows south to north. Yeah, I don't know what triggered Devon, but she was making such examples, and then Dyson Logos came in, and he was like, well, what about this river, this river, this river? It's like, how anyone would even have this concept, I don't even know. When I explain rivers, I pull up a river map of the US. It's like, use that for reference when I'm placing mountains. That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. River Nazis triggered her. Down the river. Probably one of those motorized barges, right? No, I imagine more like a PT Cruiser. But Nazi style. Saying the word Nazi probably is going to get me banned. I need to be careful. So what background? Stone. right? Stone. I'm feeling rock. Greys, light greys. Greys, light greys. And then undercut it all with maybe a green to get little splotches of grass. Let's try it. Mr. Valor, my friend, cheers. Can't say cheers without I taking a little tipple, mate. This is cheap-ass wine. This is like wine in a bag in a box shit. And that's not what I normally drink. But for sitting in front of the computer just chugging something, it works just fine. Alright, let's go towards our greys. Let's get a bit of a stony ground here. And along the river's edge. I feel like there's blue in this grey. Well, what's there is blue in that grey. How is there blue in that grey? Maybe it's an optical illusion, just because of the colours I'm laying it over. It does not look blue. Looks kind of freaky, man. That looks so freaking blue. Am I colourblind or what? It's grey. I don't know how to explain that. Brian, they have wine in a can now. They do. Wine in a can and wine in a box are actually hugely popular, at least here in Portland. Like, they're a thing. I used to be a little bit of a wine snob. I think I still am a little bit of a wine snob. But if I'm just sitting in front of the computer and I'm playing a computer game, what am I going to do? Drink a $60 bottle of wine? No. Alright, so I think what I'm trying to do here, I'm doing a bit of an experimentation, young chap. Bit of an experiment. Because what I'm going to do, so basically I'm going for that, I like that lighter colour. It feels Mediterranean. Now, but we've got a work area here. Like, this is a storage area. We've got a farm here. The farm, I'm going to undercut it with, like, little splotches of green. While here, I think we're going to undercut it with little splotches of clay type shit. Box wine doesn't go bad as fast as bottled wine. You know, you raise a good point. I've got on my shelf this bottle of like $200 bottle of wine. But I bought it so long ago. Here's the problem. I treated myself to $200, a bottle that cost $200. Primo stuff, right? But there's no event in my life that is worth a bottle that's $200, so I keep it for a special occasion. But now, it's probably gone fucking bad. So it's like $200 wasted. The thing's like 10 years old. Maybe grey just tends to look the opposite of what's around it. That's that colour theory shit that I should be better at, right? Yeah, maybe it does. Maybe that's exactly what it's doing. It's like, that's what the eye's seeing. But the colour theory, that getting better at that type of thing, just like this plus this gives you that. That's what I'm trying to get better and better at all of the time. But I've never had a half-empty bottle of wine, so I don't know how long we cooked. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recork and keep it for like 10 years. This thing's been cooked forever. I've got some port that's the same. I bought some port back in 2006 that was already pretty expensive back in the day. And I'm saving it for a special occasion. If you heard, that was a cat. That was a cat trying to jump 3 feet up onto his bed and he missed. I have nothing more to say on the subject other than he missed. Alright, let's do some mud. Let's do some clay. Let's do some dark colour. It's high enough alcohol content. It should stay good for a very, very long time. Mr. Valle, you're making me feel good about my investment. No, but one day, you know, I don't know, something will come up, right? Something will happen in life where I'll go, okay, that's expensive wine worthy. You know, we'll break it out. We'll do something with it. I don't know what that moment is, but it will happen. I'm hoping it keeps for that moment. 'Tis the theory, sir. 'Tis the theory. That little stroke of green along, like, fences and stuff, I love doing that. It just feels so real, you know what I'm saying? I think that could work. I think that could work. Let's like, colour those logs. Mr. Ballard says, I ran a jazz club for about 10 years. Right on, you're an interesting fellow. I had liquor reps bring 3 to 5 wine samples every year for that time, so that's a number of wines I've tried in my life. Dude, Mr. Vala, I like the cut of your jib, sir. Brian McWhirter, question. The Gygax map, question mark. I thought that too. I did. You know what I should have done? I actually should have popped one of those bad boys open when we finished Teagle. But that guy, maybe at the end of the Gygax map, maybe we break open one of those and we do it on stream. And I taste it and I go, blah, blah. Maybe we do that. Maybe at the end of the Gygax map. Let's do it. Box Office says, from the Webernet, most ready-to-drink wines are at their best quality within 3 to 5 years. We're beyond that. Fine wines can retain their quality for many decades. I think this is a fine wine, right? $200, it's got to be a fine wine. Does that make sense? If I buy a bottle of Guild, it's going to go off in 5 years. This other one, whatever it is, maybe good for a while. Alright, I'm going to take that. That's awesome. Mr. Banner says, someone touched on this. The bottling of the wine and how it's kept is what really determines how long it lasts. I've got it on a shelf. Occasionally I rotate it. It's not in the dark or anything, but it's not in sunlight either. It like never sees sunlight. Is that good? Is that bad? It's somewhere in the middle. Kept it in my belly. Ah. Brian says, you can still with Teagle. When does it ship? Soon. I think they're planning on shipping it in November. That was the last I heard. I've got a sample coming to me here shortly, though. The latest sample, the one that we were cutting up on stream a week or so ago. Got that shipping. I just hit myself on the nose. It's coming to me right now. Anyway. We're meant to be, like, colouring shit. It's like, how much work did you get done tonight? I coloured a farm. We're going to do these buildings, too, because reasons. You guys have been way too much fun to talk to tonight. Way too much fun. Alright, let's have giggles. Let's have giggles. We are going to do soft round. Yeah, soft round. Let's make this bush bigger. Let's make this shit stand off the map a little bit, right? Let's give it a little bit of an elevation. There you go. Angel's here. Angel. Hi, Angel. Angel, this is what we're doing. We added some highlights to our rocks. That was the way we started. And now we're colouring farms. And when I say colouring farms, we're actually spending way more time just chit-chatting. Tonight has been a great chit-chat night. When we play this back on Twitter later, everyone is going to be like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but this ain't mapping. That's what we've been doing. Alyssa, I colour farms. You should steal the Skee Ball Jenkins. That's how every stream should... You enter a room, Skee Ball Jenkins! People will wonder what the hell you were smoking. But why would you not do that? Life is too short. An Angel, we're around for a good 40 minutes yet. There's plenty of fun to be had. I swear this music keeps getting louder. I must have knocked my headset or something. Yeah, so Angel DeMille raided me. She brought in a bunch of reprobates and ne'er-do-wells. And some of them turned out to actually be pretty cool kids. So we might let them like hang around for a while in the Faden channel. Mr. Valor says, DeMille was right, I love your outlook. Thank you. I don't know how to take compliments, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're just doing it to have fun, right? This, like, we live one life. And I'm drawing maps, and you guys are hanging out with me, and like, shit, it's like, new friends, like, get to hang out, drink. I mean, I'm just here to have a blast with life, and Twitch certainly helps. Brian McWhirter, it was called the Wine Vaults. Had a lot of crazy stuff in it. Papa Fox, I'm still at work. Thank goodness for slow moments and oldies asleep. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. Edge Marion, this is called Black Box. It's wine in the bag in a box. It's $20 for like 4 bottles worth or something. It's pretty cheap shit, but it tastes pretty good. It's actually got a little bit of a cherry thing going on to it, which I tend to like. I like Pinot Noirs. This is like a Pinot. It's pretty good. Sitting in front of the computer, just gabbing. It's a good wine. It's a casual wine. It does not taste bad. Normally, I drink something called Guild, which is actually a local specialty, which actually tastes really nice, and it's only $15 a bottle. Drag. Yes, drag. Thank you, Papa, for pointing that out. What did you drink? Yes. What are you pouring down your hodge, Faden, right now? And Edge Marion, I think that is fair to say. With most things, the more you drink, the better it gets. Absolutely. Now, that said, Jack drank something years ago. 2 things, actually, that break that rule. And it's almost like that's a law of chemistry, right? Well, here's 2 that break the law of chemistry. A wine that describes itself as Chipotle. That was not good. And the other one was Notes of Bacon. Now, I like bacon. I like bacon a lot. But I don't want bacon flavor in my wine. And both Chipotle and bacon were bad. And they were never going to get good. Those 2 broke the rule of chemistry. Box office Jack, Chipotle. He knows it was terrible. Sideways was a good movie. I liked Sideways. Yeah, Angel says, bacon, wine, pass. I know, right? I mean, bacon butty, yes. Bacon shepherd's pie, intrigued. Bacon wrapped meatloaf, sign me up. Bacon wrapped carrots. Bacon sauteed spinach. All of these things I'm down with. Brussels sprouts, which I hate, cooked in bacon, I'm in. Bacon in my wine? No. I can only imagine that it was like a situation where they had like a pretty bad batch, you know, and like their official wine taster went, bacon? And it got onto the label. Bacon it is. Let's embrace the bacon. It was like, it wasn't good. It was not good. I want to try something real quick. I want to just see if this concept of a drop shadow on the trees is going to work. Well, hot diggity, guys. I mean, I think it could. Look at that. And maybe not so much distance. You know, we'll take the distance down a little bit. Maybe give it a 10. She says going up to 13. But look at that. That could work, right? Gives those trees a little bit of height right there, and I don't have to do any special colouring, which I normally would, but that's a lot quicker. Yeah. I think we'll leave it on there. Why not? Shepherd's pie rocks, Brian. You and me, man. I knew I liked you for a reason. Bacon shepherd's pie, I could definitely deal with that. Angel, I like a nice white wine. Been 10 years plus since I've had any, though. Now, is that, Angel, are you like, you're not drinking at all? You know, in which case, I totally respect that. I like white wine during the day. White wine not in the evenings. Not for me. Papa Fox, pork was my only forbidden food in biblical times because they Oh, was the, not, oh, was my only. Because they look bigger so much that a pig might have gone extinct. Is that true? No. Plausible. Drop shadows are great. Thank you. I'm going to leave the drop shadows on there. We're going to continue. I feel like I want to do a lighter edge here. You know, what have we got going on? Let's revisit this. Like, so you see all of this rock here? Isn't this just gorgeous? Like, so we've got browns. We've got definite browns, right? Browns are looking at this white. I want to capture this white. White and brown. This is what we're shooting for. Right here. And we're doing it right along here. We're going to do it right now. We're going in. We're jumping into this bad boy. Why am I rotating? Because we're doing this. And let's get a sense. Let's just. What's that do? All right, that's what we're starting with. Let's start a little bit lighter. Angel says, not that I am not drinking, I just prefer spending my money on gaming, books and movies. Nothing. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I can respect that. I tend to drink more socially than alone. Also to be respected. Alright, I'm going to try and get, like, this area here. Is this all, like, this is all above my flagstones. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Normally I would do this below my flagstones. And I should actually not be deviating from the shore too much, because it's darker towards the shore, then it actually went towards stone. But let's give it a little bit of brown over here. Angel, could you do that wine thing again? Because Jack clearly didn't pick up on the clue there. Angel, it's like I live alone sometimes. I don't know what to say. It's like he's the moderator of my channel. It's like, what the actual is going on right now? It worked, Angel. You did good. You have a way, girl. You have a way. You have a knack. Angel, I love seeing the longboat with the wake. Wait till we colour that wake. I'm looking forward to doing the water so much. What the actual right now? Do you want war on Twitch? Because this is how you get war on Twitch. That's enough water for the evening. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. Papa says, someone needs to draw that. Me or someone else. I can't get the image out of my head now. Angel, you need to set up the command to send Jack's phone a notification. Ah, that we could abuse the shit out of that girl. Let's try and make that happen. Miss J, colouring water is one of my favourite parts. I might be hitting you up for some hints and tips. Because we are going to be definitely colouring some water. Wow. It came up with purple. Let's save that for the undercolour. Interesting that it was purple. I know, Angel. You see how hard he is on me? Oh, thank you, Papa. Thank you. Thank you, Papa. What would I do without you? Save your map. Save your map. Thank you, Pops. I gotta be honest with you, Pop. When was the last time I saved? When was the last time I saved? Yeah, I get so busy gabbering like an old woman. I just forget. I need to have it on autosave or something. But then that could bite me in the ass, right? Because I sometimes experimenting. I don't want to save. I mean, I fuck up a map. I don't want to save that. Fuck up. Thanks very much. Yeah, so I can't do autosaves. That would be bad. That would be stupid. Okay. I was a little bit concerned that Photoshop was barfing on me. I've heard that purple is not a real colour, it's an optical illusion. The Roman emperors wore purple. You take that back, you bad person. Purple's real. It's the realest colour ever. Bad. And Angel loves purple. It's real. Don't you tell Angel that it's an optical illusion. You don't do that to her. Miss J, still, yeah, I'm going to be tapping into you, girl. I want to know, because we're going to be doing some fun blues here, and any ideas you've got, I want you just download to me. I am your mentee? Mentor, mentee. I am your mentee. Your mint tea. I don't know. Brian, I won't have to hurt you. Angel will tear you apart. That is her favourite colour. Love that rocky soil texture. We're not done yet, my friend. We're about to hype it up. Because I want this brownish. Because it's wet, I guess. It's wet rock, right? And this drier grey here. I guess that's what it is. It's wet versus dry. So let's stick with the wet. Purple, pink, baby blue, and black. Good colours. Good dice colours too. Do you have dice in those colours, Angel? Because they sound pretty rad, I gotta be honest with you. They sound good. So I'm doing a combination right now. I'm like painting the coast in like wet grey. And I'm also getting the shadow underneath like elevation changes at the same time. And I think, you know what, we'll continue along here a little bit. There we go. Lovely jubbly. You know, we've got limited time to do this map. I'm hoping we can break the back on it this weekend. But it does look lovely. It is taking shape. It is. Let's ramp up into the grey. Let's do it. Angel, I kind of knew you would. They're good dice colours. Brian is sending me a YouTube link. This better not be one of your weird sex fetishes, Brian. What are we linking to?
We can see the color purple.
Oh, there is no purple light.
Purple's not on the electromagnetic spectrum.
Even though you can see purple, there is no purple light.
Here's what's going on. There are special neurons.
This explains why we use colour wheel. That is heresy. That is heresy, sir. I'm going to report that video as fake news. Miss J, you are my mentor at the moment. Swap learning, girl. This is what we're going to do. Because this water right here, this water is going to rock. It is going to rock the house so hard. I know, aren't those dice awesome, Angel? They're my favourite dice ever. I love those dice. Thank you for sending me those. Papa says, every damn time I try to scroll through your map on my phone. Oh. You know what? I mean, I do post, like, updates on my Facebook channel. But I don't want to post an update of this just yet, because it kind of looks like shit, except in the semi-finished sections. But, maybe I'll have to do that somewhere. Maybe I'll do that on my Patreon, okay? But, so it's kind of off to one side, and then I can link you guys and girls, and you can take a look at how things are looking so far. And anyway, if purple doesn't exist, because it just tricks the eyes, is that not in and of itself still a colour? Are we still not seeing that? It may not exist, per se, but we see it, so therefore, does it not exist to our mind's eye? And is that not enough? I'm going to argue yes, because Roman Emperor is an angel. Demille's back. Demille, the map is awesome. We didn't do much because the crowd you brought in are so freaking awesome. We basically spent the whole night chatting. Seriously. We chatted for 95% of tonight. But the map's eking along. It's pretty good for the bits we've done. But we've done so much chatting. Your peeps are good. And Angel, that's right, that's a tag. Purple does exist. Something wine dark sea. Nice, Ed Marion. Nice. If purple is a colour, that's sufficient. It doesn't have to be a light. We don't care about light, we care about the colour. The colour is cool. Purple sunsets. Nice, I love chatty streams. My peeps are pretty great. Your peeps are awesome. I even called them reprobates, and they owned it. They just owned it. They were like, yeah, that's us. We were talking about wine. We were talking about how long wine keeps in a bottle. We were talking about the fact that purple doesn't exist. And then someone, I think it was Angel, shanked Brian McWhirter over such an accusation. A small riot broke out. It was kind of awesome. But there was jazz music playing because someone owned a jazz club for a while. I mean, shit, girl. Your peeps are like off the hook. I'm kind of hoping I can borrow your peeps occasionally. You know, with you and I having different Twitch times and stuff. I'm kind of hoping I could steal them because they're kind of cool. Although Brian and Angel, I will own those two. Those two are like a handful. They're mine. It doesn't look too bad, right? I feel like it could be lighter. I feel like it could be lighter. Just look up purple is not a colour or purple is an illusion. Brian, stop it. Stop it with your conspiracy theories. We won't have it. I am going to add a command to the channel of Punch Brian. And you're going to get it because Angel's going to do it all of the time. I think Angel is going to shank Brian. Brian's not backing down either. Angel's trying to shank commands. Blood. We have blood. Zombie is here. Zombie is here. Talking about reprobates. Do I want to go that heavy? Let's pull that up. Let's pull that back a little bit. You guys are slaying me tonight, man. I could just sit here and watch a chat. You guys are just killing me. Papa Fox says, hey, it's Michael Jackson's choreographer. To Zombie Dance Team leader, who has never explained his name. Although the first time I ever met him in chat, he said, don't worry about my name. So we never know why he's called Zombie Dance Team leader. Then Miss J says, then there's a theory that the sky is white, not blue. We are just trained to see it as blue. Alright, that's breaking my brain a little bit. Brian, we landed on the moon. The earth is round. Oswald acted alone. A purple is an illusion. That's a shirt. Brian, that is a shirt. And we need to do it on a purple shirt. Purple is an illusion. Dude, we have to do that for the next con we're at. We have to. Oh, we have to. Put that in the vault, Brian. Don't forget it. We've got to do that. Purple is an illusion. And you're hurting Angel so much right now, Brian. At some point, Zombie, at some point, you have to explain. Doesn't have to be right now, because we've got about 15 minutes of the stream. But at some point. Let me, that feels a bit heavy, that one. Let's try this again. I'm not sure if this is going to work, okay? I'm fessing up right now. I'm putting my cards on the table and I'm like, I'm not sure if this is going to work. And if this bit doesn't, it's fine. We can touch it up. We can make it right later on. We can just pretend that it doesn't ignore. Pretend it doesn't ignore. What the actual hell am I saying right now? We can pretend it doesn't exist. We can ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist. We can pretend ignore. Stick around, folks. Watch my brain melt on Twitch. I feel like we could do more grey still on top of that, like light grey, sitting pretty high. You know? I don't feel it. I feel like away from the water, it needs to be drier. Oh, we're fighting over. Oh, the chat has just gone nuts. Miss J from Wikipedia, purple, unlike violet, is not one of the colours of the visible spectrum. Oh, you're gonna see Angel off. A little heart is gonna give out. Zombie, Armour 2 Daisy mod. While dealing with the game and all of the people playing that didn't want to play the way it should be, human versus zombies, and people only wanting to shoot other people. Zombie dance team leader. Okay. I can respect that. And Angel is going to go carry. And Papa gets a reference. And I get the reference because I often have described myself as at school. I was carry, but without the superpowers. Angel has those superpowers. Octarine isn't real colour either, says Brian. Challenging, basically, at this point, everyone on the planet to come fight him. Considering I've never heard of Octarine, I don't care. It sounds like an orange. Miss J says, 2 t-shirts. One with purple is an illusion, the other with purple is real. Purple is an illusion, purple is real. We're doing it. Brian, be making notes, man. Write this shit down. I don't have anything to write on. Write this shit down. Purple is an illusion. Purple is real. Team Purple. Angel, I'll send you one. I think Angel's having to make sanity rolls right now. I think she's failing. She's going to kick off. Missed you. I like purple, but not pink. Right there with you. Actually, I play driving games a lot, and I have a like a cockpit, custom built cockpit that my steering wheel mounts to, and it's purple with flecks, with silvery flecks in it. It's awesome. It's so girly. Mr. Bala, this conversation is making me doubt my own existence. I'm gonna go play Darkest Dungeon because it's less stressful. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Zombie, while dealing with the scrubs, explaining his name. I used to herd like friggin' cows, sheep, or whatever, zombies to where people, a-holes, wanted to only shoot others. Would shoot me, but like dumbasses would shoot me, but then forget about the couple of zombies in tow. But they had the head up their asses so far, they forgot about the zombies. So in short, I would pull zombies to the others, I would get shot and die, they would die from my horde. Zombie dance team leader. That's a cool backstory, bro. That's awesome. Papa says, never heard of Octarine? Oh my gosh, you're missing out on one of the best British fantasy satirical authors ever. Illuminate me, man. I'm in the dark. Angel, no, I haven't succeeded in my roles. My psychic powers have built me waking up. I'm scared. Mr. Valor, seriously, I love the stream. I'll be back. I love you, man. Seriously, I thank you so much for being here tonight. We're only going to go for like 9 more minutes. There's going to be 9 more minutes of Angel kicking off. Would love to see you anytime. I stream tomorrow. Skip Friday, streaming the weekend during both days, okay? So come back, check out how the map's shaping up. I don't feel like we made much progress tonight, so maybe come back when we do. Terry Pratchett. I read one Terry Pratchett book and loved the humour but never read any of the others, so I think that's part of my problem. There you go, Angel. You got a fan in Mr. Valor. No, zombie. That's the explanation we needed and deserved. No, it's a good explanation. Yeah, I've got to hit Mr. Valor up with a follow too. Alright. Before we quit for tonight, let me just finish this bloody beach. Because it doesn't feel right to me. I wanna fix that. Gotta fix it. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but I'm giving it a shot. I am giving it a shot. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, well. I think we need a little bit of greenery. The further we get away, we're going to do that. We are definitely going to do that. It's been a fun night, guys and girls. You guys rock so hard. I can't even begin to express how awesome you are. All of you. Right, let's not do too light near the coast. That's got to be wet down there, right? That's got to be wet. So at print scale, it's like this. So we're kind of probably spending too long on one piece. But we're kind of like doing this whole proof of concept shit, right? I was meant to be drawing farms tonight. How I got distracted, I don't know. I feel like maybe what it needs... we definitely gotta... get some greenery in here. Maybe. Maybe. The rocks look like it would tear my feet up. That's kind of the look I'm looking for. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, like, pretty rough, sun-bleached rock. Alright, Pops. Thanks for joining, as always. Love you, man. I'll talk to you soon. Of course it doesn't look right. There aren't any jellyfish. We need to add some jellyfish. Let's make sure that happens. Alright. So with 5 minutes to go. 5 Minuten Turkish. Let's change things up a little bit here. Let's change things up just a little bit. How do I want to do this? Let's do this surgically. Let's do this surgically. I was going to kind of do like a little bit of a full-on approach, but let's not do that. Let's do this. Alright. Because I feel like there are little areas of green along here. Little patches of green. Okay. We're going to basically, I think, finish this little farm area right here, this little sort of house. Okay. So, we're going to take a look at what we've accomplished this evening. And then we're going to talk about what's coming tomorrow. That doesn't look too bad. But let's hit it with that dark brown. Let's see what happens if we do that. Is that the effect that I want? Is that the effect that I want? No, it's not. Because I kind of want to keep it dry. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it dry. We've got to keep it dry. Here. It's unusual for me to do this, so it's going to be a little bit of an experimentation. Alright. So this is kind of where we are at. Were shark works on a farmhouse on the beach. So jellyfish and were sharks. Alright. So, gentlefolk, just let me say, you have been so awesome tonight. You have so heavily distracted me from the map, but it has been so entertaining. It's like I didn't even need to be doing anything on this map. You guys rock so hard. You really do. Let's review what we did. We added a extra layer of highlight to our rock areas. Make it feel more sun-bleached, right? We started then getting into some of our farms over here. We didn't get too many done. And then we kind of got like distracted by this coastline. But I think the coastline works. That might be our model for the other side over here. Like that wet stone near the water. And it comes up into this sun-bleached white stone the further you go up. I'm going to end the stream here. I am back tomorrow. And it's at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 Eastern Standard Time. We are back on this. We're staying on this. Skipping Friday because I do my whiskey and paint. And then on Saturday, this. In fact, the weekend is going to be this. But we're going to probably stream like, 6 hours a day type of stuff, okay? We're doing big streams, big colouring sessions, lots of colouring. That's the plan. So the weekend is really my plan to break the back on this thing. But tomorrow, hopefully, we can get some more farms done, have some fun, hang out. Hopefully, because you are also awesome, you can join me on one of those days. I am honoured for those moments that we can spend together. Until then, good night to everyone. I'm going to go grab something to eat. I love you all, seriously, so much. And to new friends, I am honoured. Very much so. I'll see you all again, right? In the future. Back tomorrow night. I love you all. Seriously, you all rock so much.